Hey, you're gonna like this one. 7 riddles that will test your brain power. Our brain is a mysterious thing. We know more about stars than about the things inside our heads. But what we do know about the brain is that it gets less sharp and productive with age.
What'd you say?
Never mind. Do you want to test your brain power and calculate its approximate age? Watch this video till the end to find out the results. You have a maximum of 20 seconds for each task, but try to answer the questions as fast as possible. Counting down, here's test number 7. Take a very close look at these 2 photographs. What is the mistake they have in common? If you still can't figure it out, let's turn the photos upside down. It looks horrible, right? The eyes and lips of both women are upside down, but your brain doesn't recognize that immediately. The thing is, the brain is not used to seeing eyes and lips in that position. There is another interesting experiment. Some people can turn their tongues upside down. Hit the like button if you are one of them. If you can, do it and touch the left side of your tongue. It will sense the touch from the opposite side, because evolution never taught the brain to read the sensations on the tongue in that position. That's weird. Test number 6. How many holes does this t-shirt have? What, mine? Oh, the one on the screen. Never mind. The question doesn't specify which holes exactly, so the right answer is 8. They are the neckline, 2 sleeves, the bottom of the t-shirt, and 4 holes in the middle. 2 in the front and 2 in the back, because we can see the background through them. Test number 5. How would you name this tree? Write the names that came to your mind in the comment section below. But the actual challenge was to notice the camouflaged bird on the tree. If you did, well done. Test number 4. Can you manage this one in 5 seconds? I'll give you 20 seconds, but try to solve it as fast as possible. The mistake is not in the numbers or their colors. The mistake is that the word spot appears twice. Your brain doesn't always show you the reality. It often shows what it is used to. There are many short texts on the internet that have repeating words that most people don't notice until they finish the text and read the description. If you have bad eyes, you might have noticed that things, most often words, you couldn't see from a distance, become clearer when somebody tells you what's written there. It's not that your eyes became better, it's your brain completes the picture. Test number 3. Do you see a hidden baby? That's not mine either. If you follow the thin branches of the tree, you will see the outline of a baby in the fetal position. Its feet and toes are on the right side of the picture, arms are in the middle, and head is on the left. One more thing. It's good that he doesn't have teeth because his bark is better than his bite. Test number 2. Which line is longer? Of course, line A is longer. It's so obvious, right? Well, not for everybody, or rather, not always. There was a research on conformity that looked like this. 5 people were asked which of 2 lines was longer. The answer was always simple, but 4 of the tested people were asked to lie. So technically, there was only one real subject. The people lied very convincingly, so the subject didn't want to stand out and gave the wrong answer. The same phenomenon can be illustrated with jokes. If you're in a group of people and somebody tells a joke that everybody finds funny, you will laugh too, even if you don't get it or don't think it's funny. Well, maybe not you, but approximately 75% of people do so. Of course, everybody laughs at my jokes, right? Liars. Alright, test number 1. Can you spot Mike Wazowski? There he is! Green, but still very different. Now, let's talk about your results. If it took you more than 20 seconds to answer each question, or you didn't manage all the tasks, it means that you have the brain of a mature person. It's hard for you to make your mind see beyond the obvious, and you can't handle change easily. Wow! If it took you less than 20 seconds, your brain is quite young, and you can approach tasks from different angles. If you answered each question correctly in less than 5 seconds, your brain is very young and flexible. You can notice the tiniest details right away and adapt to new situations easily. As for those of us with mature brains, hey, don't worry. As the saying goes, you're only young once, but you can be immature forever. So, what is your result? Tell us in the comment section below. Like this video and share it with your friends to compare your results. And see you back here next time on the bright side of life.
This episode is supported by SimpliSafe. Which of these 3 faces do you think is the oldest? A, B, or C? The answer is actually none of them because none of these people were ever born. These faces were all generated by artificial intelligence. Now, thinking about artificial intelligence, look carefully at these 2 paintings. Which of these does your mind think is created by AI? Is it painting A or painting B? Give up? The clue is in the signature. The AI seems a bit busted on this one, but someone loved it as it went at an auction for $432,500. To explain how these images are generated, let's first look at these images of fruit. By now you know that one isn't real, but is it the apples or the oranges? If you said apples, you're right. Essentially, a system is fed hundreds of images to learn from. It's then split into two systems. System 1's job is to create a convincing image of an apple, and System 2 is designed to figure out which images of apples are fake. This is known as a generative adversarial network. If System 1 fails at tricking, it continues to evolve its apple designing skills, and if System 2 fails at identifying the fake, it must also improve its ability to catch a fake. This ultimately creates a feedback loop that generates extremely believable images. Now, let's try to relax and listen to some music while you try to deduce which is composed by a computer. Turns out that composition A is generated by a machine learning system called Emily Howell, which was created in the 90s and learns from a library of music to create original pieces. And composition B, that's by Johann Sebastian Bach. A larger library of music will give the machine learning networks more data to learn from, and the same is true for video. Because we upload such huge amounts of video content online, neural networks have begun to create convincing fake videos. Here's a video of the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama.
People not trapped by our past, but able to remake ourselves as we choose. But today, our immigration system is broken, and everybody knows it.
And here's another.
It's been less than a week since the deadliest mass shooting in American history. And foremost in all of our minds has been the loss and the grief felt by the people of Orlando.
Which of these two are real, video A or B? Known as a deep fake video, video B is generated using AI. With over 14 hours of footage from the president's weekly addresses, neural network AI is able to model the shape of Obama's mouth and uses audio from one of Obama's previous addresses. But can AI generate convincing synthetic audio? Listen to this phone call.
How can I help you?
Hello?
Hello, what's up, man?
Hey, I wanted to know what are your hours for today?
10 a.m. to 6:30 p.m.
Okay, got it. Thank you for your time.
No problem, sir. Bye.
Can you tell which of the callers is human? Voice B, the voice you hear asking about the hours the business was open, was fake. We're relying more and more on technology today, which is making our lives easier, much like SimpliSafe, the sleek new home security system who sponsored today's video. We bought a house recently and finally realized what it feels like to go anywhere and be like, okay, legit, we're probably gonna be robbed right now. And the stats are in. America has a robbery every 15 seconds, most of which happen while you're at work. So join our new Zen life by going to simplysafe.com/ASAP and ease your mind. Importantly for us in our new pad is that it looks cute. The design is awesome, it's intuitive to set up and use, you barely notice the sensors are there, and we like that it does cool things like remind you if you left the door open, because Greg literally does that all the time. He leaves the door wide open when he leaves. In the event of an actual break-in, it can immediately contact the police. We literally just set up our own at home, and it's just one of those things where you get like peace of mind knowing that it's there for you.
And it can even tell the difference between a pet and an intruder. So go to simplysafe.com/ASAP to get yours today. Make sure you subscribe for more videos every Thursday.
See you next week.
I remember that morning going to the lab and I was thinking, this is it. This is the last Jeopardy game.
This is Jeopardy, the IBM Challenge.
Here we go. Brad, if you're ready, make your first choice.
Let's take alternate meanings for 200, Alex.
4-letter word for a vantage point or a belief. Brad.
What is a view?
Yes.
After the first clue of the game, which Brad won, I had just this horrible feeling at that moment that he was as good as everyone said he was, and he was just gonna run the whole board on us.
Watson.
What is issue?
You are right.
We actually took the lead. We were ahead of them, but then we started getting some questions wrong.
Watson?
What is leg?
No, I'm sorry, I can't accept that.
What is 1920s?
No.
What is chic?
No, sorry. Brad?
What is class?
Class, you got it. Watson?
What is Sauron?
Sauron is right, and that puts you into a tie for the lead with Brad.
The Double Jeopardy round of the first game, I thought was phenomenal.
Watson went on a tear.
Watson?
Who is Franz Liszt?
You are right.
What is violin?
Good.
Who is the church lady?
Yes. Watson?
What is narcolepsy?
You are right, and with that, you move to $36,681.
The risk was, if Ken gets a daily double, bets big, gets it right, he's going to be well ahead. And then with that kind of lead going into Final Jeopardy, if he bets enough, he could end up winning the match.
Ken?
What's a committee?
We got to find that last daily double. We got to find that last daily double.
It was a crucial moment in the game. There was still a daily double on the board, and it was starting to become pretty clear that it was in the legal ease category. Let's go to legal ease for 1,200.
Watson?
What is executor?
Right.
Same category, 1,600.
Answer, daily double.
That was the moment when I knew it's over.
The category is 19th century novelists.
What Watson wants to do then is preserve the lead, not take a big risk, especially with Final Jeopardy, because just like for humans, Final Jeopardy is hard for Watson.
Now we come to Watson, who is Bram Stoker, and the wager? Hello, 17,973, and a two-day total of 77,147.
I would have thought that technology like this was years away, but it's here now. I have the bruised ego to prove it.
My past Jeopardy experiences have been great, but they weren't really weighty with this kind of technological, philosophical importance. I think we saw something important today.
Didn't really think very much about the implications until later and say, wow, wait a second, this is history.
Of course, this whole project is not ultimately about playing Jeopardy. It's about doing research and deep analytics and a natural language understanding. This is about taking the technology and applying it to solve problems people really care about. We're just so excited about all the things we can do with this.
I had thought this is the end. We get there, we're done. And I'm realizing it's just the beginning.